Everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Doom: The Dark Ages, and I wanted to give you guys my first impressions, kind of like in a different format. I want to give you guys kind of like a true, authentic reaction to how I feel about the game, mechanics, all that stuff as I play through the game. Keep in mind all the footage you're going to see is from the stream here on YouTube and on Twitch, and I just grabbed some clips so I can project my thoughts on the game without any filters or anything like that. Now at the very end, I will give you a small little update on things that I like and things I didn't like, so to give you kind of like a round on an overall impressions of the experience so far. So yeah, see you there. All right guys, right into the game. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna need to keep an eye out for any secrets or stuff like that. By the way, I'm moving pretty fast, huh? It's only running at 37 FPS. I'm running at a 4K, and I didn't really change my settings. I need to see if I can optimize a little bit better. But hopefully it's looking well for the stream. Can I do some frame gen here? I want 1%. Alright, so I'm running at 104 frames now. Shield block. Hold the right click to block incoming frontal attacks with your shield. Blocking too many attacks will disable your shield for a short time. Oh, so I just gotta keep going? Okay. Shield charge. While using your shield to block, you can lock onto targets. When the lock is activated, press left click to shield charge them. Shield charge can also be used to travel great distances while damage an impact. Boom! Okay, here we go. That was pretty badass, actually. Nice. I don't know what people were saying about this game being slower. So far, I'm feeling pretty fast. Executions. When demons takes enough damage, they will become dazed. Press E near the dazed demon to execute them. Executing enemy will drop additional health. Okay, so purple E means execution. Alright, we got bullets too. Oh, okay, so that yellow thing means do a combo. Okay, I get it. So you see that yellow? It's a good thing to attack. Oh! Hell yeah. That's good. Melee combos are sweet. Alright, cool. Green projectiles get returned back to the sender. Yo, that was sick. Okay, that was sick. Very nice parry mechanics, to be honest. Makes it feel very powerful. Okay, so I don't have to worry about looking at every nook and cranny because the map's doing it automatically. I actually like that. I think that's a very cool system because it allows you to focus on playing and having fun and not just kind of like checking boxes like that. But yeah, I like that. Very cool. Yes, dude. This is so good. Okay, so the glory kills are definitely different. Now I can tell. I can definitely tell now. Okay, the weapon swapping is a little slower. I do like the ability of having this wheel. That's pretty cool. But the quick weapon swap is not as quick as you might want. Dude, this gameplay is actually badass, man. Dude, that is so good. Doing the parry is so satisfying. I like to see these backdrops. I think these backdrops add a lot of kind of like immersion to the environment, right? Like everything that's going on. That's a plus for me. Okay. Press E to destroy gold chests. Gold can be found hidden throughout the world. Use gold to upgrade, to buy upgrades at the Sentinel Shrine. Okay, so currency. We need gold. We need to collect 75. All right, we got the 75 gold. Retaliation. Hold space to purchase. Parry Hell Surge attacks will trigger larger, more powerful shockwave, causing enemy demons heavy to falter. All right, let's do that. All right, we bought Retaliation acquired. Okay, so that's like a passive for my shield, actually. Bro. Oh, just die, bro. Just die. Nice. There's something about chaining together the melees that feels very satisfying. It feels very powerful. Like your melee attack in this game does not feel like an afterthought. It feels like a main feature, which is a really cool thing. Dude, okay, that was pretty cool. Okay. He was about to stab me with a sword. I just punched the shit out of him. Did I dodge that one? I don't know if I dodged that one. Oh, I did not dodge that one. All right. It's not like gears or anything like that. It's because I got no camera shake either. Because camera shake make these weapons feel really powerful, but I don't like camera shake. And also, you gotta keep in mind, I am like in a giant mech, right? So it's probably not the same. Okay, so how is this not destroying these tanks? Okay, it did. Okay, never mind. I'm talking shit. You know what I think about this when I'm playing this game right now? I'm thinking this reminds me of Rampage. You remember the game Rampage? Like, that's what I would think that fight looked like right now if they make a new game of those. I was like, okay, is it actually different than the other games? The way that you interact with the enemies and the weapons is different. It's not as fast. For example, you're shooting and you need to swap weapons. Well, it takes a minute to swap the weapon, right? It's not like Eternal, where it was like pretty fast. You also have to time your blocks and your parries to make counters, and you have to combine and do chains with them. I feel like overall the gameplay is a little bit different, and I think it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if it's the best of the Dooms, because I think personally the Doom 2016 game might be my favorite. Although Doom Eternal's combat is really good too, I am enjoying this one a lot. So take that for what you will. So the music for Doom, obviously we're used to the Mick Gordon stuff, right? Mick Gordon is a genius when it comes to this kind of stuff. But I'm gonna be honest, the music in this game is not bad. It's pretty good. But dude, it's missing that at the end, you know, like it's missing that power. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I think it's a good song, a good soundtrack. But I'm missing the one from Mick Gordon. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think this guy's doing a great job. It's just, you know, it's just not what I wanted. All right, so those were my first impressions as I was playing through the game. Now I kind of want to round it all up with, you know, things that I like, things I didn't like. So let's start with the things that I did like. Graphically, this game is stunning. I really enjoy the fantasy demonic stuff that's going on around in the settings. It was so good, right? Like going around and seeing the destruction, seeing the hell invasion, and all of it felt really cool. Some of the backgrounds and skyboxes as you were walking around the battlefield were pretty enjoyable. Like watching the giant demon and whatever that Jaeger, the Atlas, whatever that thing is called, the mech, watching them fight each other was amazing. Like straight up, I really enjoyed it a lot. The only thing that would have made it better is if the Doom guy, would have killed one of those guys without the suit. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen in the game. I'm just saying, Like that's the only thing that could triumph that, right? Having like some sort of super cinematic like combat sequence. But you know, it's probably not gonna happen. I don't know. I'm only a few hours into the game, about 7 to 10 hours to be exact. So maybe there's more things for me to discover as I play through the game. But as far as first impressions goes with that's how I feel. Really enjoyable. And we need to talk about the sound. I know one of the clips talked about me and what I felt about the sound, and I wanna clarify. I still think the sounds and the gameplay soundtrack that the game has is very solid. It's very good, even with the missing something in some of the instances, some of the sounds, right? Some of the music. I still feel like whatever the composers did on this game is very enjoyable. The music is cool, and I enjoy it, and I want to hear more. It's not like, oh, it's not the same, it's trash. No, like I really think it's good. So I want to make sure I reiterate that. I don't want to be a hater of, you know, this new guy, because I am not, right? I enjoyed it. Then moving on to the gameplay, overall the feel of the gameplay was very solid. I don't think I could have asked for a better Doom guy or Doom Slayer or Doom Marines, whatever you call the Doom guy. I really think the game delivered on the fantasy of being the Doom Slayer, right? The game delivered on me feeling super strong as I went along, and I upgraded my weapons and all that. That's another thing. The weapon upgrades, they felt pretty good. There were like passive things that allowed your weapon to perform better in certain areas. And overall, everything that I have unlocked so far has felt pretty good. I have not felt like I am wasting time upgrading something. I actually feel like the upgrades are meaningful. And that is very important on a game like this. This is a very simple, kind of like shooter style game. And you don't really need to invent a new wheel here, right? The fact that you can upgrade these weapons and make them feel better and perform better with this passive upgrades that you get them makes it all feel good. And the interactions with the shield, the parry, the melee weapons, and also your arsenal, it's very cool. I enjoy that you can synergize with them, and to an extent, yeah, it might be a little slower than what we might be used to in the past. It still feels very solid. It still feels very concise, and honestly, I didn't need no much more. I think this is amazing so far. I can't wait to discover all of the weapons. I think there's a few weapons I haven't discovered, so I can't wait to get them and see what their upgrades are to see where we go from here. But so far, I think my favorite combination is having a shield parry with the chain gun. There's a perk that you upgrade that whenever you parry a projectile, one of those green projectiles, you get to instantly charge the chain ball and then just throw it at the enemy, right? And that interaction was very solid. I also enjoy the super shotgun. You can never go wrong with the super shotgun, right? Like that is a great weapon, and I think it's as a staple of Doom. Then the other one that I like a lot was the skull crusher one, the one that crushes the skulls and shoots like shrapnel, skull shrapnels. That was amazing. The way they look, the way they perform, like it's really cool, really enjoyable. Really enjoy using all these guns, and I can't wait to see what's next. Now I want to touch a little bit on the map. So most of the map is a very linear map, especially when it comes to progressing through your quest or your chapter to finish it all the way through. It's mostly linear. Now there are a couple of instances where you have a more of an open area. And it's not like an open world by any means, but it is significantly bigger than what we're used to in the previous two Doom games. And I'm talking the ones that came from 2016 and Eternal. I don't really recall the older Dooms because I didn't really play those as much. I remember playing probably one or two of them and enjoying them, but I don't remember everything that I did on those games. Now, when it comes to the Dark Ages, some of these open world maps, they felt like there was a live battle happening, but they could also feel as if they were just put in place for you to kind of have a small little sandbox time and then just go on about your day, right? There's not much to explore if I'm trying to get my point across. But that is not a deal breaker to me. I didn't come to Doom expecting an open world, kind of like what Halo did with Halo Infinite. but it is nice to have that small little open section and then move on. I think that's okay. It's not really a big deal. Would I like to see a fully open world Doom game? Maybe. Yeah, possibly. Possibly I would like to see one of those. But this is what we got. It was okay. And it didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome, if that's something as a positive. And then lastly, the cinematic approach that they took to the story, I think it was okay. It wasn't nothing out of the ordinary. It wasn't something amazing, but it was okay. I enjoyed it. I will definitely be playing the game a couple of times because I want to get through the harder difficulties. I played this game on the normal difficulty, and I felt like it was okay. It wasn't hard at all. It was probably easier than Doom Eternal 100%, right? And maybe even easier than 2016. I don't know if that's because your shield and the way that you play really genuinely makes you very strong, or if it was because they dumb it down so that more people could play without problems. Because I know when I played Doom Eternal, the Marauder was a big wall to me. It was a big barrier that I had to overcome, and I was almost frustrated with that game just because of that. That could be because, you know, I suck at playing the game, or it could be because I didn't understand the game. Doom Eternal and Doom the Dark Ages are very different in a sense of like Doom the Dark Ages prepares you to what you're gonna face. Like the game teaches you how to parry and what to do with certain things. Whereas in Doom Eternal, the first time you encounter a Marauder, you have to completely change the way that you play the game. Doom Eternal did, Doom the Dark Ages didn't do that. Doom the Dark Ages trained me, maybe kept me on training wheels for a little longer so that I understood how to connect things together and synergize properly. So overall, that was great. Those are all the things that I liked about Doom the Dark Ages. And I want to touch on what I didn't like. And I don't have a lot here. I just have one thing. But this one thing could be bad to other people. And maybe, I don't know. Basically, the game crashed for me multiple times. Now, I cannot fault the game completely because my machine, the one that I'm using to play my game, it's not as new, right? I have a pretty old machine at this point. It's about 6-7 years old. And even though I was running the game at 4K with frame gen and everything was running smooth for the most part, there were a couple of things that made my game crash. And I don't know exactly what it was. Two of the crashes happened because I had to tab out to my second monitor. And then when I tried to tap back in, the game just wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't move. It was just the sound going. And that could be my machine being slogged, being slow. Then one of the other crashes, I tried to take a screenshot and the game crashed. And then I tried it again and it crashed again. So I figured, okay, so the game is crashing when I try to take a screenshot. Which again, I don't know if it's the game or if it's my machine. Then I believe there was one more crash. So there were like about 5 crashes, I guess, where I was opening the map and closing the map, and then when I try to open the map for a second time to look at where I was going, it just stayed as a black screen and it didn't load the map, and I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't go back to the gameplay. So I don't know if that's the game or my machine. Let's just say it was probably the only thing that I didn't like about the experience so far. Again, I haven't finished the game. I'm only about 7 to 10 hours in. I am still looking forward to finishing it and continue the game to see where it goes with the story and to probably play some of the harder difficulties again. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy this type of first impressions. I think I want to try to do more like these where I give you guys kind of like unfiltered reactions from the stream so that I can convey my honest thoughts, right? Sometimes I have trouble trying to put things together to paper, and I figure, how can I make this easier and more genuine to whoever is watching my video? And I think that's a good format. So I will try play with this a little bit more. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, remember to check out the stream. I will be live every couple of days. I don't really have a schedule. So anyways, next video will be up. I don't know what we're playing, but yeah, I'll see you there. See you later.